Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have JoyToy's Warhammer 40k Castellan Crowe. As you can see, it comes in that typical JoyToy style packaging, all sealed up, but let's go ahead and get Castellan Crowe out of his box. Now, the first thing you're going to notice when you get Castellan out of his package, he does come with some extra hands. 3 of them we've seen before. They're the left hands that we've seen with the other Terminator I reviewed, but he gets a bonus hand since he came out. He's sort of like an older figure, so he came with like a bonus, like trigger finger, pressing a key with one finger type of hand. Now, another item that we didn't see with any of the other Grey Knight Terminators was a cape that Castellan came with. It's done in this like red plastic and it's airbrushed, has all this intricate like detail work going throughout the side. Only thing it sucks is it has a slash. This came in like a plastic sort of like sealed bag, so it's weird it has that slice. It's something that we've seen with like Marvel Legends, so it's a little bit disappointing seeing it on this, but besides that, it looks awesome. And the pattern continues on the fold. We got the white on the other side with some shading airbrushed in there. Just a really nice cape. What plugs in over that cape, we got this awesome like thruster jetpack with the cool looking skull on it. We got a purity seal on there with the skull. The actual thrusters do articulate a little bit. It's got the vents and everything. We got the back of the standard or flag that's on the backpack with purity seals. This is articulated as well, but then you got this awesome detail going on right here. It just looks really badass with that sword with the chain wrapped around it, the white flames, more purity seals. This is a really cool flag and backpack. Now, my favorite accessory that Castellan Crowe comes with is the Black Blade of Antwer, and this is pretty much a demon blade. This is a blade that anybody else would have picked up or touched. It would have corrupted them, and Castellan can wield it. He's uncorruptible, and his faith is so strong that a demon blade cannot affect him, so he just wields this to slay his enemies. It's awesome. I like the little runes that are in red, has some gold in there. It's even got a demon eye. If I can get it to focus here, zoom in. You got a little demon eye on the blade. Looking really cool. Like the paintwork and dry brushing on this stuff and the sculpt. It is a badass looking blade. Now, if having a demon blade wasn't badass enough, we get a really cool like flame effect that goes over it, and it has like a skull sculpted in there. We got like a face with eyes. You got that red and gold paint throughout. It is a sweet looking effect piece that you can have on the blade. Just looking really nice and clean, and it just slides right off. One thing Castellan comes with that a lot of the other Great Knights don't is a unhelmeted head. We got that gold cross like infused into his forehead. It's got some cyber parts. His hair sculpted pretty nice. The face just looks super stern. Like he looks like he'd be a badass on the battlefield and also a jerk. But he's got the tube going into his temple. Just a really, really well done head sculpt. Here we have an up close look at Castellan Crowe, and the helmet looks awesome. It's all white. Definitely a different style than your typical Grey Knight helmet. It looks very clean, blue eyes, the piping on the side, the tubes going into his temple. It's got a little vent on top. A very, very cool looking figure. I really like the look of it, how he stands out compared to the other Terminators. And then he also has the purity seals, all the clutter that the Grey Knight figures have on them, a book with the dagger and the skull. He's got a skull on his freaking belt buckle, some potions and scrolls and a grenade. It's so awesome the amount of stuff he has. A little thing with some skulls in it. He's got a book that's all chained up, more purity seals on his forearm, got the Grey Knight's insignia, big old shield, a little bit of overpaint of the red at the top. You know, just a really badass looking figure. Redemption, sword, annihilate. Like the words that are all inscribed. It says Crow right on his, basically his knee, with more purity seals. It says Guardian, Eternal, little thing with skulls on it. Feet, his actual bolter gun. It's not hollow like the other one that we reviewed, so it's actually painted, but it has a chain of bullets that are just going around all the way to the back of the figure itself. So a lot of cool detail. It does have a little bit of an issue. And I guess this is sort of common because this is the second one. It has a little bit of that. I don't know if that's glue or paint or whatever, but it's a little bit of marking there. And as you saw, I popped out the book. The book is pegged in, so you can move it and everything. Same with the little potion and grenade and scroll. Like this is one piece, and you can move it and unpeg it if you want. Castellan Crowe, all geared up, looks badass. I love his sword. I love the flame effect. I love this character, and I'm glad he was one of the 3 that I picked up first, because the ones that come with the unhelmeted head, those ones are sort of like your important characters that you want to grab those. You know, your army builders you could probably get down the road, but I feel like these guys with the unhelmeted heads actually would be the ones that would go up in price and be harder to get a hold of. But this dude's badass. His blade, black blade of Antwar is awesome looking with the demon eye and the flame effect. Just how he has a different presence compared to the other Terminators. He's a little bit smaller in stature, but he's going to be up in your face with that blade. And it's just a badass piece. Now, I'm not going to dive into his articulation because his articulation is just like the previous Grey Knight review that I did. He's just in a smaller scale. The articulation is the same. Here we have some size comparison to the final Grey Knight Terminator I have to review. This does come with the unhelmeted head, so he is a special character, just like Crowe. But you can see how big they are. So he is a lot more bulkier, bigger pauldrons. And then you got Crowe, which is smaller, which makes sense because he's going to be getting in there with that demon blade and doing some work. And then I busted out a 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joe, so you can really see how well that they fit in that realm of 3 3/4. When it comes to me going down the JoyToy rabbit hole, I do not mind it whatsoever. These figures are awesome. The Warhammer figures are phenomenal. The articulation is awesome. The paint work, the sculpt work. These are great pieces to add to your collection if you're into the Warhammer 40k realm. And I know JoyToy does a lot more than just 40k, but for me, it was the Grey Knights that hit home for me because I had that growing up. I mean, I painted the sets, I had the armies, and it's awesome to have these in action figure form. And that sums up my unboxing and review of JoyToy's Warhammer 40k Grey Knights Castellan Crowe. If you guys are enjoying my content, hit that like button. New to my channel, hit that subscribe button as it helps the channel evolve and grow. And hit the silver bell notification so you know when I post up a new video and when I go live for State of the Art every Wednesday evening, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And most importantly, I want you guys to have the best luck hunting. Keep on collecting and have a beautiful day.